welcome back to my channel and welcome to my announcement. I'm sure if you follow me on social media you will know by now, but I am pregnant and I think it says it back to front, but it says preggers. I'm pregnant, we are having a baby and it's very, very exciting. Anyone that knows me personally will know that I have wanted this for so long, such a long time, and like it's made me so happy. Charlie is ecstatic, like says he can't wait for the baby to be here. I'm like, babe, it's gonna be a little while, but yeah, it's exciting, really, really chuffed. So I am nearly 13 weeks, so I have told everybody now. It's all out in the open and it's very lovely and exciting. Nearly at my first trimester. Let me know if you want, I was going to say let me know if you want me to do a video on my first trimester, but I've kind of filmed updates weekly anyway, which will be going up after this video. I'll start putting them up on like a bit of a catch up. Yeah, I mean I can film a separate video, but I probably don't have like that much to say about it because I don't think, it's really hard like to remember everything. Like I'm sure once I've edited them I'll be like, ah, yeah, I remember feeling like that, but at the moment I'm just like taking each day as it comes and then kind of forgetting the bad days. So how am I feeling? Like today I feel tired. Like I've got up, I've had a bit of a lie in, I had a really early night, I fell asleep before 9 o'clock. And I was like, babe, can we go to bed? I was like, you stay up if you want. Charlie's just like, come on, I'll just come up with you. So I had an early night, slept until about 8:30, felt really nice about it. I've been back at work this week, so it's been like a bit of a tiring week. It's only 3 days, but like next week when I'm back for 5 days, I'm gonna be like, I think I'm gonna be exhausted. So I'm kind of like, I just need to get an early night when I can, which I do. So I got up this morning, did a bit of cleaning, changed the bed in, put washing on, all of that. And then I was like, oh God, I'm so tired now. So sat down, ate 3 bowls of Lucky Charms, which I think I'm a new obsession. And then I was like, right, I need to get ready now because I've got filming to do. So that's what I'm doing today. Yeah, so I'm feeling really tired, but I'm all right. Like I'm all right now. I don't feel as nauseous today, although I keep certain smells, oh my God. They say your sense of smell's heightened. I didn't realise I can smell something that's miles away, like it's ridiculous. And there's a smell in my kitchen. I've mentioned this in other videos, but there is a smell in my kitchen that I just don't like, and every time I go into the kitchen I gag. And I can't work out what it is. I have taken everything out of the kitchen and cleaned it all, put it all back, still can smell it. So I actually think it's just a clean smell that I'm just going to have to accept is there. But yeah, so baby is due in July. I'm not going to tell you the exact date, but baby is due in July, so it's a summer baby, which I think will probably be nice because I'm hoping not to be like mega pregnant like through summer, like the worst of the summer, as in like the hottest. I suppose like August is maybe hotter, but I don't know, like because last year like I think May and June and July were like really, really hot. So I don't know, I think that'd be fine. What am I writing? I'll talk about the scans. So I've had 2 scans. I had an early scan which I booked privately because I'm a bit of a nervous person, like I am a massive worrier, and I just wanted to make sure everything was fine, like everything was in the right place, things were like, you know, the heart was beating and all that, because I was just worrying. I just think if you find out early, which I did, I think I was only like 4 or 5 weeks, it's a long wait to 12 weeks, and people do it obviously, but I was just like, oh, I just want to know it's all right. And it was fine. So we had our first scan at a place called Window to the Womb in Chesington, which is in Surrey near where we live. So it was really lovely in there, although they told me, the person at reception told me to go for a wee beforehand, which was the wrong information, because then my bladder wasn't full, which meant I had to have an internal scan, which I think I would have had to have anyway because I wasn't as far along as they thought. So that was fine. That was lovely place. Would recommend it. I think there's ones dotted out all about. And also, like, it was just like a nice setting, and I think if you had a lot of people, you could have lots of people with you. I mean, I didn't need anyone, just me and Charlie. And then we had our scan at our local, well, it was meant to be the hospital where we're having the baby, but we had to go to the health centre, which is like, anyway, so we had it at this other place, and it was lovely. And my friend was also there because she's a few weeks ahead of me, so she was having her 16-week appointment. And they said to me, like, oh no, they say before you go in to drink 2 to 3 cups of water. So I had 3 big sippy cups, probably like this big, of water before I went. Got there, Charlie had a wee before he left, and I was like, oh God, I really need a wee. We got there, had to wait about half an hour for the appointment. My friend had texted me the night before saying, don't forget your pregnancy notes. I was like, no, they're in my car, I always have them. And then I'd left them in the bloody car. So 5 minutes before my appointment was due, I said to Charlie, babe, I've left my pregnancy notes in the car, you're gonna have to go and get them. He said, okay, don't let anyone come and take you. Just as the door shut of him going out, the door opened on the other bit, Ashley, and I was like, oh, my boyfriend's just gone to the car. Anyway, it was fine, he got back. I'm lying there with my tummy out, ready for my scan, and I said, oh, I really need the loo. And she said, oh, your bladder might be too full. I was like, oh, okay. So she did it. Charlie was obviously there by this point. Did it and said, oh, your bladder is too full, but there's a baby there, and I can see one baby and a heartbeat. I was like, okay, that's fine, as long as I know that. She said, go and do a bit of a wee. Well, if you're desperate for the loo and someone asks you to do half of a wee, it's quite tricky. So I was like, right, okay. So I tried what I thought was half a wee, and they came back in and she was like, oh no, it's still too full. She obviously checked. She didn't just know by looking at me, she checked. And I was like, right. She said, try and, I was like, can I do a full wee? And she was like, oh, maybe, but we might have to get you to fill her back up. And I was like, okay. So I did do a full wee, guilty. And then I went back in and she was like, oh no, it's too empty now. What we're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to go and have a drink somewhere. She said, maybe get a hot chocolate, get baby moving around with the sugar. I was like, okay, I'll do that. So we went over the road to Costa. She said 15 minutes. Well, if you're not I'm not a hot drinker really. I do like hot chocolate every now and again, but oh my God, trying to drink it in 15 minutes, I was like, this is hard work. Burnt on my tongue. Anyway, then she's seen us waiting outside and she said, oh, we're gonna have to, it's gonna be another 20 minutes now, I've got to wait for the next lady. I was like, okay, so give me time to drink it and everything to go through. Get in. Then she said, your bladder is still too empty. I thought, oh my God, why can't things just be a little bit simple? Anyway, so she said, we're gonna have to do an internal. I thought, oh, for goodness sake, I've had one of these already. I mean, they're not awful. They're not awful. Very gentle. So I have to shuffle your bum down to the end of the bed. I had to put take my bottoms off, obviously. Put my knees up, feet on a chair. Charlie's next to me. And then Charlie said she did have a right good look up there. But anyway, they put the thing up and then you can see it on the screen. And I was like, oh, there's the baby. And she said, oh, the baby's not facing the right way. I thought, oh, come on, baby. I've done all this stuff for you, tried really hard, and you're not facing the right way. So she got me to lift my hips up off the bed and shake. Well, obviously this thing's still up me, so Charlie could see it on the screen. You could see everything moving. And she's going, right, do it again and again. And every time she was like, right, last shake. And I was thinking, it's not a last shake though, is it? Because you're going to get me to do it again. And bless her, this lady was lovely. So it got to the point, the baby still hadn't moved. So I had to stand up with nothing on, by the way, no bottoms on, but I had this sheet covering my front. Jump up and down, jumping up and down, thinking, come on baby, come on. And then lay back down and the baby had moved. So she's quickly screenshotting, doing all her measurements. And yeah, so we got there in the end. The car park we parked in, I paid for 2 hours, luckily. Because we were there for 2 hours, just 4 minutes short of 2 hours. I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. My friend was in and out. So yeah, that was that scan. I've got another appointment for 16 weeks. And then we are going to find out the gender. we were going to wait because the 20-week appointment is the end of February, and we were going to wait, and then I was like, oh, should we just go back to window to the womb? Like, Charlie really liked it there. He thought it was like, oh, he just thought it was a bit clearer, like on the screen, on the pictures and everything, which is probably because the baby was the size of a kidney bean at the time. Now it's a bit bigger. So we're going back on the 3rd of February, and we're going to find out what we're having, and yeah, and I'm going to do a gender reveal on here. So I want to have a party, I want to have a few people around, but Charlie said no, he's got to put his foot down. So we will do it, some sort of gender reveal, and we'll film it, so you will find out. Yeah, I think that's all I've got to tell you. So very excited. Tune back in for different updates, different videos. I will do normal stuff as well, but this is like a big deal. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you've liked it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. There's going to be lots more kind of pregnancy videos. If anyone has any advice for me, pop it down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!